Yara. I think jump punching is easier now as well with this better controller, but I'm not gonna risk it yet to do it everywhere. Atari Jaguar means what? Just Google Atari Jaguar and you know. Yo, player. Lol, guys. Nice one. It seems like this D-pad is better as well. I don't think I will have... Well, before I jinxed it, I don't think it's gonna happen often anymore when I'm like trying to go left or right and it's like pressing down and it's like crouching. It's really annoying, but it happened with my previous controller pretty often. I don't think it's gonna happen now, though I don't want to jinx it. We'll see. I haven't properly tested it, but all I did was, when I got home, I loaded up a save file with the run, and it worked, dude. Like, I didn't have to press it like a motherfucker before it register, at least. Now I just simply tap it and it works. Although in this version, you actually need to hold the run key, and that's another reason why it's so annoying to play with this controller, because you need to keep holding it to run. Even though I already do that on PS1, but on PS1 and PC and whatever, you can just press it once and then it runs until you turn the other way or whatever. But here you just need to hold it the whole time. And this button layout isn't the greatest, especially if the button doesn't fucking work. That's why. Thanks for the good luck, player. What's up with the sounds? That's just how Jaguar is. 64-bit console. 64-bit console. Crazy. See, the controller even makes my loads or my performance better. I don't fucking know. It even makes you hang. Oh my god, this controller is insane. Although, nah. The only hang I'm scared about is the one in fucking Mr. Stone Peaks. For the people that don't know Jaguar, the fist power-ups work a bit different as well in this version. You know, I have a gold fist right now. If you get hit in this version, you actually lose fist power-ups. So if I get hit once, I will have a white fist again. Which is unique compared to any other Rayman version. So yeah. And yeah, there is no slippery physics either. So Allegro Presto is a fun level. Very, very fun. The thing you can do in this game though is that enemies do not have, like, you can always hit enemies. Like in the other versions, if you hit them when they're charging up, like the hammer guy for example, it doesn't register the hit. And here, you can just spam hits like a madman. Yo, that was good. This controller is going places, man. It's sick. Yo, I did a jump punch. Oh, dude. If I wonder if you can make this. Damn. Okay. Like, because of the lag as well, I really think you can make it. Like, jump on it, and then as soon as you land on it, jump to the right. I really feel that's possible, but whatever. That's for next time. Oh yeah. Yo, Babas, what's up, dude? I'm dumb. Okay, I'm never gonna do that again. I'm just gonna punch it once and that's it. Nothing much. I'm trying to speedrun this game, basically. I really want to find a better way there. Pretty sure you can one-cycle that shit. Also, surprise surprise, emulator has faster loads for this game, so PBing in this version is not even gonna be that easy, just because of that. The loads are longer. Can I make that? No. Also, if you punch a plum in the water and you try to land on it too fast, you actually, you know, the plum is like underwater for a little bit. Like, if you land then, you actually die because the plum is underwater and then you fall in the water. Still have an MU time there? Yeah, my MU is still my PB right now. Ooh, that was fast. Don't fall in the water. Nice. Come on, give me that lightning speed. Give me that lightning. Rip. Yo, Shiro. Well, that's because I haven't streamed in a while, I guess. Been kinda hooked to my time at Porsche, but kinda beat all the main quests now. Gotta wait for more content, because it's still in alpha. There's new content every few weeks, so gotta wait now before I can really play again. Well, you can keep on farming money and stuff, but it's a bit boring now. But yeah, pretty good game. Recommended. And all that shit. Okay. Careful now. We don't want to die. Also, there is more lag in this version. In emulator, there is obviously no lag. Oof, I thought I would hit that actually. Yeah. Yeah, this part always sucks in this version. Every die, your graphics card died. Damn, that's not fun. So you're using your PC on your onboard graphics then? Well, thankfully there is still something like onboard graphics then, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see it all. Also, these fruits, they drop way quicker in this version. And they don't bounce on the ground, apparently. How do you spell that game? Which game? You mean this one? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Badass. I want to find a better, quicker way to do this as well. This is slow, but it'll have to do for now. Oh, the one in Alpha. My Time at Porsche. It's called. I remember that. Cycles are slightly different here as well, and there's a B upgrade, which is pretty useful. If you play this for the first time, you will definitely need that B. Even though I may make it seem easy, it really isn't. And that is really hard to see because the health bar is covering the screen so badly that it's just really hard. Okay, I think he comes from the left again because the cycles are different here, so it's harder for me to remember all that shit. And now he comes from the right, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Alright. And now I don't really remember. It might be this again? Okay. Should have been more to the right, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, there's a P on most boss fights. Alright, let's take it now. Doesn't matter all that much that P, but in PS1 and stuff, you always take the P in Bongo Hills, regardless of where you go. In this version, you don't, so it's better to actually have full HP coming out, even though it doesn't really matter all that much. Oh yeah, and no speed locking. Pretty much if you think of a trick, it doesn't work here. Just assume it doesn't work. Do you enjoy this version? I think it's a pretty good version actually. No kappa intended. It's my third favorite, I guess. Third most favorite. Jesus. PS1, no, actually Sega Saturn first, then PS1, and then this. I like this way more than GBA. I like this way more than fucking PC. Man. I still think that's the fastest way to go through that part, so I'm just gonna roll with it. The lack of slippery thing. Well, It is what it is, you know. It's not that bad. There's one ledge grab trick that works. Also, this is pretty cool. Like, your punches go through the blue spikes. Which is pretty cool and weird at the same time. It's pretty funny how they probably discovered you can do that after they made this version completely. And then they're like, oh fuck, you can hit through the fucking blue spikes. Let's patch it out for PS1 and stuff. Because this is still the version that came out first, so I don't know what their thought process was, to be honest. Also, these photographers, if you run through them, if you run past them rather, you will always get hit. Like, you don't have to stand still like in other versions. Even if you run past them, you still get hit by them. So if I do not want to get hit by them, I have to actually jump over them, which I will do in the... not the next screen, but the screen after that. Also, I think I fucked this up in my split PB. The run I'm comparing against is my PB for the console version. Because emulator has faster loads and no lag. So I'm at a disadvantage here, but should still be able to beat my PB. Oh, what? Okay, I've never seen that. Okay. I've actually never seen that. That's really bizarre. Okay, I have a slow fist. I will be able to get a fast fist coming up real soon. And I really want to keep this one, so I really don't want to get hit anymore now. Because of a trick we're gonna be able to do. And it's one of the few tricks. There's only a handful of tricks in this version. And this is one of them. You think because we cannot speed lock, you cannot do this, but I found out you can do that if you line it up better. There we go. And you cannot do that with the slow fist. And since if you get hit, you lose your fist power up, it's a disaster. Although there is a backup fist at the bottom of the screen if you fall down. So yeah, you can grab that one if you fail it, or if you get hit. Here, even though in this game you jump higher, but even with the jump height, you cannot actually jump over the anti-tunes without getting hit. I've tried. Because in PS1, if you jump late enough, you can do it, but this version, you can't. My Time at Porsche isn't my type of game. Yeah, it's... oh man, I've been putting so many hours in it recently. I even did a speedrun today. Like, I saw someone did a speedrun of it. He did it like in April. And he said like, yeah, I can optimize it like a bit more, not much yet left to optimize. And so I took his route and then I did some routing myself based on his route. And pretty much cut off 8 minutes of his PB today. And I can be even faster. Like, I can still improve it by like a minute or 2, 3, which is pretty funny. Also, this is an instance of jumping over the photographer. But yeah, my time at Porsche, so much fun. Casually. It's... I don't know. Then again, I did put some hours in Minecraft as well when it first released. Although I didn't play it that long, I did play it a bit. And I guess you can compare it with Minecraft a little bit, even though not really. Because in my time at Porsche there's also relationships and stuff. And quests. Main quests, off quests. So yeah. Actually, apart from building, there's not much to say. Damn. Ah, that's a shame. Especially because I have 2 HP now, which is not enough to do the next part optimally, so I guess I'll just wait. Final Fantasy or Harvest Moon? Nah, or not really. Oh, Fantasy Life. Okay, no, I don't know that game. Harvest Moon, I actually don't know that game either. I know it by name, but that's about it. Well, my time at Porsche is actually a 3D version of Stardew Valley, pretty much. A lot of people say that's what it is. Although I didn't play Stardew Valley for more than 3 hours, it's not for me. You haven't seen Rayman 1 runs in 2 years. What? Damn. Any big discoveries? Pretty much. There has been a lot. Not in the last, like, 4 months. It's been pretty, you know, dimmed down on the new tricks, but in the 2 years, yeah, there has been quite a lot of shit. There is a document. Can probably find it in my info box that lists all the new tricks that have been found. Or well, 99% of them, I guess. There is some missing. But yeah. You should definitely check that out. Also, fuck that. That jump is the worst. Just because I lose my fist power up because I got hit there, but that jump is pretty hard to do without taking damage because of that stupid anti-tune. So now we are back to a white fist. Well, I would say that the clips and the Mr. Sax route and stuff is pretty big. Yo, Glucon. Yeah, there is a ton of different versions. Also, I did this different in my last run, and I don't remember how. I think I jump punched this hunter, but even if I did that now, I don't think he would have died because I have a white fist. See, this is what would be way faster with a gold fist there. Double hits for space mama? Yeah, Shaturu found that though. And Shaturu hasn't touched the game in ages, so... Is that 2 years ago? It feels longer than that. Also, this is pretty weird. Also, you can kinda cheat on the first few platforms here. But then, no more cheating. And then it's just fucking shit. This is a really annoying part. Also, because Rayman doesn't want to hang, makes it even more annoying. A lot of times he doesn't want to hang. Okay, this is not that bad so far. Alright, Young, nice. And then there is that disappearing cloud right at the end that everyone falls for, and everyone fucking dies. Like, yeah, I finally did it! And then, you know, they think it's not a disappearing cloud, and then they die. Typical. Ooh, that was good. To have no gold fist, that was really good. Maybe I should just take a damage boost there. You remember me saying it was the last big thing or something like a while ago? Well, yeah, I don't know. Should check the document. $69 things. Calculate it. This level is so boring. Yeah, I guess. I guess you have a point. Yo, Bernito. Late March 2016. Yeah, 2 years. Damn. Damn. Oh, you know what else the developers really liked in this version? Hunters. So that was one hunter we just passed, right? Alright, let's count them in this screen. Okay, 2. I'm actually curious as well how many there are. Let's see. Gold ring strap. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we're at 2 right now. 3. 4. Not done yet. 5. 6, 7. Not done yet. Not done yet. 8. 8 fucking hunters. Are you kidding me? Ah, man. Please, that's what I mean. He doesn't hang. Oh, there is no last screen, by the way, in this version. Straight to Batilla. Recent discoveries, yeah. Yeah, this version is the hardest version of Rayman. No doubt. No doubt about that. Like even, I've said this so many times, even if you have speedrun the PS1 version and you try this game, you will game over. You will game over. No doubt about that. Also, you can grab this ring just like in PC. So, doing the PC route here is slightly faster. Getting these 3 cages and then the other ones when you have the running ability. Well, that ring, yeah, I guess that's one of the only things that's actually easier in this version. And Clown Skip. Clown Skip is easier because you jump higher, so you can do Clown Skip without taking damage. Ah, damn it. I really want to make sure to not get hit. I like my gold fists. I like it very much. This version must be easier to remember than other versions because it's hard to mix it up with PC because it's so different, yeah. Well, the cage locations are almost identical. I say almost identical because, you know, the screen in Mr. Stone Peaks where you cut down the ropes with your hair? Well, that's not in this version, and the screen is like not even in there at all. And since there is a cage there in PS1, there is a slightly different cage location there, as well as in Ida Joe's, in the dark screen that is not actually dark in this version. Yeah, the only version of Rayman where the screen is not dark there, which is pretty interesting. So if you ever want to see Ida Joe's not being dark, this is the version you have to play. Yo, Rip. Yeah, that walking sound is great. It's fabulous. Cage locations are harder in PC. More annoying in PC, I would say. I guess it comes down to being harder as well. But they're definitely annoying. Alright. Really? That's dumb. You know, it's actually hard to crawl to the right and the left on this D-pad without pressing down and then pressing the fist buttons. On the other controller, I like always accidentally did that, but here it's actually hard to do that. So yeah, that's interesting. So I may go ahead and use the punch and the jump button to actually crawl left and right at some point. Also, I might fucking die here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I still don't know a good way to pass that guy. Still need to figure it out. This version is far from optimized. The death screen seems really fast. Yeah, they are. Damn, that sucked. Alright, careful now. You don't want to stand too close to these spikes there because the hitbox is ridiculous. Jumping to avoid getting my picture taken again. Also, getting that cycle is extremely easy. And slightly different spikes here. They actually move towards each other there for some reason. Also, this part is pretty annoying because hanging is a bitch. But basically, if you try to not hug the wall as much, hanging isn't that big of a deal, usually. But can still be annoying. Also, that hitbox is ridiculous. Alright. Also an oversight in this part that you can just jump and get it since you jump so high. Also, another weird thing in this version is that it sometimes automatically jumps when you jump off a cloud. See, like that as well. Like, I don't know why. And you actually have to run off that cloud there to spawn the cage, whereas on PS1 you can just stand on the little edge. Also, I shouldn't have not taken that P, because now I need to get 3 hits before I die. Which is pretty bad. Also, this cycle is actually annoying, because you cannot hold left. Here you need to, like, try to not hug the platform either. Be a bit more to the left, otherwise you don't hang on to that platform. Here you have to hang in order to spawn the shit. Ah, that sucks. Don't die, please. Thank you. Alright. And here we need to make sure to hug the left side, otherwise we don't spawn the cage. That was pretty bad. During the animation, you can already hear that Rayman has gotten the power up. Also, this is a bit scary. Okay, we did it. Also, if you do this for the first time, I make it seem easy, but you really need to learn how to do the helicopter, because it's ridiculous in this version. You need to like double tap every time you want to go straight, pretty much. and then it's not that hard anymore. Okay. And I don't even know if punching to go down is faster. Also, that seemed pretty fast, actually, going upwards. This part is pretty annoying. Just gonna damage boost, whatever. Not gonna bother with the life. And like I said, no rope cutting. No rope cutting, so straight to this screen. And yeah, there is a cage on that screen, so they put the cage somewhere else. And they put it on a pretty stupid spot. That is actually very, very mean. Also, please hang, thank you. Even though that's not mandatory, I can just jump to the right platform and jump on there, but just want to show how stupid the hangs are. Alright, so this is the thing. This is the real deal. This is the hang that has to work out, because otherwise I'm fucked. Because it's all the way at the end, and if I die, I have to do the whole 2 auto-scrollers again. If the hang fails. And I don't need to do only one hang, I need to do 2 hangs. And I should probably like learn a visual cue at some point to know where I have to jump, but please just hang. Okay, that's 1, 2, nice. We did both hangs. Now it didn't seem scary, but it fucking is. Trust me, it's ridiculous. And I think I died there in my split BB. Also, damn. You can actually jump past there without getting hit at all, which is pretty funny. It's a weird hitbox, but that's fine. Doing this without slippery physics is a bit weird as well. Yay, we hung the first try. Damage boost here. That hitbox was ridiculous, because I really feel like I was already past it, but because the game said no. Alright. Soon we're gonna get that stupid cage, just before the boss. You cannot actually get past there without getting hit, I think. And since you jump so high, you can skip that middle platform there. And this part is stupid. I don't think you can even make that, but since I have a lot of HP, I'm just gonna take the damage. And there's that cage! Just before you hit the end sign, it spawns to the left. People that jump over the end sign probably have gotten it in their first playthrough, but also I need to delay my first hit here, otherwise it misses Mr. Stone, and then I have to wait like a couple seconds before I can hit it again. And this fight is quite different as well compared to the other versions, because he doesn't do the horizontal throws, and you cannot do the damage boost, obviously, so there's no way to hit him multiple times. And in the other versions, after hitting him once, you can stand on the ball, on the boulder, and if you wait long enough you can hit him again, but that's not even possible in this version, so you can never hit him twice, only once every time. So yeah, like I've said before, this is like the most glitch-free version there is. It's basically glitchless. I don't know if you consider the Bongo Hills cage a glitch, just by jumping off of a ring grab. I don't know if that should be considered a glitch, but I don't think so. playing it like it's meant to be played. Imagine that, right? This is also probably the hardest version to do damageless in. So, considering it's already pretty hard to do it in all the other versions, doing it in this version would be a step up, man. Like, maybe I should do it. Nah, fuck it. Fuck it. Alright, one more hit. Yeah, I don't know, slots doesn't work anymore. I think Milk, well, it ran on Milk's PC, and I don't know what's up with that. You gotta message Milk for that. Alright. You know, even with the screen cut out, it's still a slower level than any other version. Pretty funny. Bot isn't in there at all? That's weird. Have to wait until the whole line to Razor Plains is up before I can actually move on the world map. For some reason. Ah, that's pretty awful. Ah, lag. Can I make it before the lava piece? Yeah, sort of. Doesn't actually matter what I do first, the forest or the Badland, but since we're so used to doing it first because of all the other versions, might as well do it first, I guess. Right? Because, yeah, no speed storage in this game. What did you really expect? Speed storage in this? Nah. Of course not. Pretty interesting thing though, and also I think is unintended, is that if you hold run and you jump off of a ring, you actually get a little speed boost. Not sure if that's intended, probably not. Also, when a cage spawns, you need to wait a bit before you can actually hit it, which is pretty weird. But it makes sense if you look at the plums that fall in the water, because you need to wait a little bit before you can jump on them. I don't know if that's anywhere relatable, but hovering is so slow. Yeah, well, the infinite helicopter hovering is fucking fast, but this is pretty slow, yeah. Yo, Flying Ragey, what's up? Oh, a pretty cool thing about this version, you can actually do a grimace whenever you like, but it doesn't make a sound in this version, sad. Otherwise I would be spamming the fuck out of it. But no, it doesn't do a sound. But yeah, there is a dedicated button for a grimace. It doesn't replace the tongue. Or the run. I mean, it doesn't replace run in this version. But it doesn't make any sound, so that's pretty annoying. Your turtle, you know. So yeah, that's pretty sad. Also, this jump is stupid. Yeah. I don't know if you can even make that. And the hang is ridiculous. Also, I split a little bit too late. But that's fine. Legends, huh? Not my type of game. I beat Legends, but never gonna speedrun that. It's alright. Yeah, do so, but then again, how do you play modded cartridges? Can you even mod cartridges? Probably not. I don't know, can you? Oh shit. No clips, yep, no clips. Not anything in this game, dude. It's glitchless. Man, you can? Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, like I said, the game likes hunters. That was 1 hunter there. I don't know, there's not that many though in this. It's just in Allegro there's 8. Fucking hell. No. Pretty sure I pressed down, but alright. Okay. Flashcards for Jaguar. You really think anyone bothered to make that? I don't think so, honestly. I keep getting wrecked by that cloud. Every time. Every time. But yeah, this controller is way better. All my issues with the other one are gone. It's nice. It's crazy, isn't it, how if you press a button that it actually does what you ask for. I didn't have that with the previous one. Oh yeah, you can jump on top of it. That's right. Also, I think it's faster to jump on top of it actually, and then jump to the rings, but CBA doing that right now. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Let's see how Mosquito Nest will go. Yeah, it's crazy. Alright, we shouldn't have to wait anymore, because now we have the helicopter. If you don't have helicopter here, you have to wait. But now we don't. Also, there is no plum skip, but there is this. There we go, nice. That's actually harder than it looks. And I still don't know if I should actually take damage somewhere else and then suicide, but come on. Really? He didn't helicopter, whatever. You can actually get through that part without taking damage, but whatever, dude. And without dying, which is what I wanted to do, but failed. Also, you need to hit this plum in the water. because otherwise you cannot make it to the other platform. But you don't need to take this plum, because you can just do it like this. If you do it right. Like this. Because you jump higher. Alright. Pink Plant Woods. My favorite. I don't remember if I get that bee. I think I don't. But there is no life here. In all the other versions, there is a life there. And in this one... Also, you want to make sure to not, like I said, if you punch the plum in the water, don't jump on it too quickly. So that's why I'm waiting. Because then you just fall in the water. Also, it didn't matter, because I replenished my HP anyway with getting a life. 100 things. Hangless is free in this version. Or the finalist, sorry. That's what I meant to say. You don't need to punch off that ball. You can just jump. Oh, I didn't do it correct. I'm scared. No. That was weird. At least there is one more I can kill myself to. Alright. Alright, this level looks the same in this screen, but you just wait until we reach the third screen. You just wait. Also, there is a massive troll here by the developers. Ah, damn. At least I took the photographer. If you jump too late, you obviously slide off, but... I always like to take the infinite helicopter here as well. I don't know. Personal preference. Slash, it might actually be faster. Because you helicopter so fast. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot to spawn the cage. I don't know why I forgot that. That's really dumb. Huh. Why did I do that? That's really weird. Never done that in my life. Also, I almost died there. Alright, that was dumb. Pretty dumb. Also, you can just hang there. And get ready for the next screen. It's totally different. And actually need to use an HP here to get a cage, because it's way easier that way. Getting the next cage without getting hit is ridiculous. Oh, what? Okay, that's never happened before. I meant this one. Okay, should be able to jump in time. Alright. Oh, really? I missed that? Come on, man. And this eraser is not really that good. Isn't it faster to just jump? Probably. Oh, that actually worked out. Ah, accidentally took that photographer. Oh, no. We don't want to do that. Alright, not bad. Also, in this version, you can jump higher, like I said, and you can actually reach the basket at the top. So you can pretty much do both at the same time. Like that, which is quite a bit faster. Yeah, it's unique. You know what's unique? The last level. It's like completely different game levels, basically. The first two, at least. The third one is the same. And the boss fight especially as well, of course. But the first two are like completely different. But that is for in like an half an hour from now. Also, you cannot do any extra hits in this fight. You have to do it completely glitchless. If you jump into her, you don't get the height to hit her again. So yeah. Oh yeah, I guess. The shared health. I guess you're right. But you still have to hit them the same times. Same amount of times. Yeah, most of the time loss is because of bosses, honestly. And no slippery. Alright! We did it! Ooh, that was horrible. Oh my god. That wasn't too good. That wasn't too good. I'm choosing not to do the damage boost or the dead abuse because jumping on here with hang like this and hitboxes, it's really annoying, so I just take the damageless route. Even if I am having to do this on 1 HP, I'd rather do that. Also, they made this gap wider for some reason. Like, oh yeah, they probably thought in PS1 you cannot pass through there. Since there is no small Rayman in this, they made the gaps wider, but you can even pass it without being small Rayman, so I don't know. An oversight, I guess. Also, this jump is ridiculous. You need to jump as late as you can. Oh, wow. You can actually catch that without hanging? That's crazy. I don't think I've done that before. Normally you always hang on that jump, because it's pretty stupid jump. No pencils in this version. Sadly. Oops. Don't jump here. That anti-tune is different. Jump over the photographer, otherwise we'll take it by default. Not bad. Ah, that was pretty good. I like it. I like it. Nice. Alright, now we're gonna spam jump and hope for the best. But with this controller, it shouldn't be an issue, right? Right? Nice. Okay. Now in the other versions you would take the slippery platform back to the right, but here it's actually faster to just stay on the on these pencils. Oh, that was weird. Okay, I think we should save some time here. This was pretty solid. Oh, okay. Damn, that was a bit scary. Shit. Nice strat. Yeah, right. It's pretty good. Boss music? Is it boss music? I guess. Can you make that? I guess you can. Nice. Jump over the photographer. Alright, we actually need to use an HP here to get the next gauge. Well, we don't have to, but makes it really easy. Yeah, in this version, if you get hit, you can actually hover again. Even if you have hovered before, you can hover again every time. Which is pretty nice. Also, Stormer Skip is way easier in this version. That is, of course, if we can grab the ring correctly. Come on, dude. The fuck? Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. The fuck was that? That was dumb. There we go. Jesus. Jump over. Yeah, I know. Jinxed it. Please. This part sucks. Alright. There's a hunter here, because why not? Game likes hunters. We do this cage last on the screen because you cannot, as you can see, you cannot crawl in between those things. Just gonna take the hits. Alright, this part is pretty dumb. I don't like this jump. There we go. Oh god, now I need to pass this without taking damage. Nice. Alright. Taking the photographer this time. Alright. Doesn't like me either. Yeah, seems like it. But yeah, that was way faster than in my last run, so if I don't die here, we should save some time on this split as well. Also, this platform moves to the right a bit first, which is like, oh, you kinda think it will go to the left straight away. No, it moves to the right. So why not? Alright, Space Mama. You know, before double hits were discovered, you would hit her as soon as she did the sound, even though she doesn't do it here. But it doesn't matter when you hit her, she will always do her hits. So it's better to hit her fast, because if you do it late and you do it while she's hitting you, she does another animation afterwards. Like you interrupt the first one, and then she hits you again. So that's why it's better. See, that's exactly what I meant. Like I really want to hit her earlier than that, but it's not always that easy. Also, you don't need to duck to avoid any of these spans. You can just stand. Like, you see? You don't have to duck here. Also, that sound is pretty damn weird. What the fuck? What's that? What's that sound? I don't think that happened before. Alright, this is the strat for this part. That's the strat. Yeah, the static. That's pretty weird. Yeah, that was a good hit. Need to wait a bit longer then, I think. I guess after her animation is completely over, after she lands on the ground. There we go. Not bad. Save some time here. Next, please. Crystal Palace. And when you don't want Rayman to hang, he hangs. Of course. Yo, Luigi. Yeah, these sound effects are pretty weird, but they're not that bad actually in the end. Goal ring strat. Yeah. Sort of. How did I know Ara would react with that? I knew it. Also here, you can outspeed this lightning. Because you can jump on these platforms without hanging onto them. As opposed to PS1 where you have to wait. Or well, sometimes the lightnings don't screw you over, but jump there to avoid the photographer. And then this part is easier as well in this version. Oh, that was close actually. Damn. That was a weird jump. Wow, even if the ring was all the way at the bottom, I still made that jump. That's sick actually, that's sick. That's one good thing about this version. Also, this is gonna be like my third try to despawn this platform. Gonna wait longer every time. Ah. I've waited pretty long already now. I guess I have to wait even longer. Or maybe it's not possible. Also, you need to actually kill that boulder here. Whoa, what? What happened in Crystal Palace? What the fuck? Okay. Also, this is the hyper screen! Oh my god, we did it! And yeah, no dark screen now. So we can see where we're going. Oh my god, it's amazing. Nice jump without getting hit there. And this is another cage location that's different. Not really. I don't know why, actually. This is a thing. Because at least in Mr. Stonepeaks it was logical. Because the screen was cut and there was a cage there. But here it's like all the same. All the screens are the same. It's pretty weird. Boom 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 boom. Okay, I need to be careful here. Although there is no spikes on the ground here, which is pretty nice. And then you get hit by some weird shit, but it's fine. There's a P here. And there is actually an anti-tune there. And once again I'm trying to avoid the cameraman. Also, this is fucking easy in this version. Since you jump so high, you always make it. Pretty sure you cannot make this cycle. So I think actually going through it like that is faster. Because you cannot hug the left side of the wall. It hits you if you do. Okay, having 4 HP here is pretty nice. So the next screen is pretty annoying. Pretty sure you cannot do... Nah, there's no way. You can do that swag trick here. No way. You can't do that here. Oh, whoops. That's the second time I'm trying to go right when I have to go left. Nice. Damage boosts. And 3 HP here, which makes me just run through. Hey. Now, there is no way to respawn, replenish our HP here though, because there is no secret life if we jump over this spike. They wanted to make this game even harder by not placing that secret life there. Oh, didn't I die here in my last run? I feel like I did, because I jumped too late. I think I did, or maybe it wasn't a PS1 run. Don't recall, but I remember I died there pretty recently. Also, this part is pretty fucked up. If you don't do it like that, guaranteed you're gonna get hit. Oh my god, no. I didn't press left, man. That's bullshit. There's no way I pressed left, man. What the fuck? Damn. Okay. Damn, that's a shame. Yeah. Maybe I did, actually. Yeah, there is actually a... Yeah, probably right. You're probably right. Punch is left and jump is right. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what happened, Ara. Fuck, man. Okay, at least we can avoid it next time. Yeah, I can't blame the controller. The controller is pretty good, like, nothing to say about it. I'm glad I got rid of that last controller, it was fucking garbage. So yeah, there is no cage in the last screen, obviously. For some reason, they put this one in the dark screen. In the same location as PC has it there. Okay, nice. Nice! Jumping too late on the balls 2 times in a row. Nice. I like to do that. This part is pretty dumb. The foam pad is pretty fun, I gotta say. At least they don't do anything in Rayman other than the secret passwords. Because in other games you actually have to use it and you have to like readjust your hand completely to use those buttons. It's pretty dumb actually. Whoa, it's a lot of hammers. I never know when I can make that jump. Oh, now I could have made it. One day I will remember when to go for that jump. The game likes hammers and hunters. What I gotta say. Also, this cage, cannot get it until like a few seconds in. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Shiro's right. Oof, oh, that's pretty scary actually. Jump to avoid the photographer. And now we don't actually have to do the damage boost here, because we can just grab the edge and then jump on that little platform there. You know what? And I like this part because you always make it onto the red platform so easily. They designed it for this version and then it actually really sucked in PS1. I don't think he ever knocks off the right platform, so I can just stay there. No. Okay, never mind. This boss is actually hard in this version, because you need to do it glitchless. You need to rely on hangs, believe it or not. Oh my god. Nothing more scary than relying on hangs in this version. Alright, we did it. Also, he's crazy fast in this version, and you need to jump really late here, otherwise he hits you. And then he actually hits this platform the first, so the one where you stand on. So the cycle is a bit different. And now we can just run. We don't need to grab any rings or anything. Alright. Alright, almost at the level that is completely different. The first two levels. Yeah, he's fucking fast, dude. Yo, cute, by the way. Not sure if you said hi before, but must have missed it if you did. Alright, this run is not looking too bad. And just as I say that, I miss a hit. Sick. Alright. He doesn't do his last 2 hits in a row here either. He still does a claw throw. Pizza hunting. Interesting. Now I need to wait until all the little dots connect the worlds before I can actually enter. Alright, no pan screen. Just completely different. With completely different, like these knives and the forks. People that have played Designer, like the PC version, they get to play around with that shit, but if you're used to PS1, you've never seen those obstacles before. Yeah. Keep forgetting where I have to drop down, but that was fine. I jump here to trigger something. I jump over this guy. Jump over the photographer. Do not take it. Hopefully not feel sad and die now and hope I would have taken it. Now I have to rely on hangs again soon, but this one shouldn't be that bad. It's not screwed me over yet, at least. He's always hung every time in the last few attempts, so... Alright, nice. Good. Since we have a gold fist, we can instantly kill that guy. There we go. This level screen is the hardest. Because the ending of this is pretty hard. Also, having a gold fist here is nice, because you can instant kill everything. Let's see, hopefully it was a good idea to not take the checkpoints. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, rip Gold Fist, but at least I didn't die. In before Jinx. The Gold Fist is really nice here though. Because I can just kill these in one hit. Last one I will always damage boost, because this is a fucker, that hunter. Because you cannot reach it with a jump punch. Here, this is the hardest part. If you don't... Okay, okay. If you don't hang on to that ring as late as you can, you will get hit by the stupid fork, and you fall off. So you need to delay it by so much. That's why I hover there till as late as I can. Clown skip is easy peasy every time in this version at least. And yeah, this is where you start remembering the levels again. Don't take that photographer. Gonna take this one just in case something stupid happens. Taking damage boost here. No Dark Rayman? No. No Dark Rayman. And that's when I ran back to the left. That's the point where Rayman's direction is not inversed anymore. Because at the start of the level, the left is right and right is left. And just at that point, it starts being different again. So that's why I moved to the left. If anyone was wondering whatsoever. Now you know. Alright, that was actually pretty solid, these levels. I think I'm gonna save some time here. I don't think this is PB. Doubt it. It's gonna be rather close, I guess. But if I was playing this on emulator, I think this would have been a PB. Emulator, like I've timed one load and it was like almost 2 seconds for one load, so pretty sure this would have been PB if I was playing on emulator. Oh, you know what someone has to make? Instead of that thumbs up, like a Rayman fist thumbs up, that would be a cool emote actually. Fuck. I want someone to make that. I want that emote. Isn't it still PB? I don't know. Is it? What's my PB? 133 something? I don't know. Nah. These last two phases are really slow here, so I don't know. Nah. Nah, this is not PB. Splits aren't PB? Nah. Well, splits are my console PB. My real PB is on emulator, and it would be pretty unfair to compare against that, to be honest. I have to jump as late as possible here, and I can only get one hit off. But yeah, I guess you're right. You only need to do 6 hits here per phase, so you need to do 2 less per phase. Interesting. And of course, there is no double hits here. At least I have not been able to do any. Maybe it is possible. Oh, we still got the 133. I'm happy with that. What's my PB? I don't even know, man. I'm pretty happy with a 133, to be honest. Eraser Planes was the worst in this run. I lost like almost 40 seconds there, so getting an actual PB on console will be possible. But since this game doesn't have that many tricks that can go wrong, it's gonna be hard to do that. Like it's actually like this version is like the hardest version casually, but also the easiest version speedrun wise, because there is so low amount of tricks and skips that if you actually have the movement under control, it's not that hard anymore, you know? Results 133.58. Ah, nice. The bot is still grip. The last thing the bot said was, I thought you said it was MU time you had on these splits. Oh, so it was pretty recent. So it should pick back up pretty soon, I guess. I'm actually gonna check now what my actual PB is on emulator, even though this run is technically way better than that if you cut out the loads. Emulator, even though this run is technically way better than that. Let's see, Atari, Jaguar, 133.35. Alright. Alright, 35. Okay. You know, I could run against my emulator splits and see, like, the difference. Let's actually just check the first split. I have a 154. Let's see on my emulator PB. $152, and that's just Pink Plum Woods. So that's already 2 seconds in just that level alone. It's pretty sick, actually. Well, running this game with a good controller is actually way more fun. Like, the run was over so quickly. Like last time I was like trying so hard to keep going, you know, like because the controller is so annoying. But this was actually fun. It wasn't a hassle. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here though. Only doing one run. Might do some offline my time at Porsche attempts because nobody cares about that game anyway. And it's too annoying to record as well with a headset. But yeah, I'll stick around in chat until the bot is caught up, and then I will take my leave. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.